A lot of you might think that being a YouTuber is super fun. I mean, who wouldn't, right? You get to say whatever you want, you get to create whatever videos you like, and have thousands of people giving you their attention. And all you need to do is really enjoy your life while earning this large amount of money that you can never finish spending, even if you were to buy a brand new sports car every week. So of course, naturally, everyone wants to become a YouTuber or some sort of influencer because they want to live this life without boundaries, a life of freedom without sticking to a 9 to 5 schedule. I have been creating content on YouTube for over a year now, and I have produced over 100 videos, and I want to say that YouTube is not something worth going full-time for. If you have a full-time job that is paying you well and you're happy working for the company, then you're better off sticking to that job instead of taking your chances on YouTube. Let me explain why that's the case by breaking this down into a couple of simple points. The first point is YouTube is not going to help you put food on the table for a couple of years. Now, you're all very young, much younger than me for sure, and being a YouTuber can be very glamorous and can get you a lot of attention once your channel grows big. And I know attention is something like at the top of everyone's pedestal these days. And that's the problem. Attention is just attention. If you can't translate those attention into money, then you won't be able to live. And if there's no money coming in for your YouTube channel, then you're going to have to look for a job outside in order to support your own living cost. To earn enough money on YouTube in order to support your own living cost to go full-time on YouTube, that's going to take a lot of years, and I'm pretty sure a lot of big YouTubers out there is going to back me up on this. I mean, look, I'm not saying that you're not going to monetize after a couple of years. There are a lot of channels that get monetized after 3 months onto their YouTube journey, but the amount they earn is minimal, as in it could be only $100 a month or even less, and that amount is not going to be enough for you to survive. Of course, there's always that exception where some people's videos just went viral and it blew up, and it gets them tons of views and they would earn a lot more money from that one video. But the chances of you going viral, it's very, very slim. You will most likely quit before you even have the chance to go viral. The second point, if you think that YouTube is something you can do as a hobby where you can upload new videos whenever you want, then definitely do not go full-time. YouTube is serious business. It takes a lot of time to prepare your script, to record your video, to edit your video, to upload your video to YouTube, to launch your video, and then continuously do promotion on it. YouTube is not a place where you can just pick up your smartphone, hit the record button, and then just share some random thoughts about life that you have been thinking of while in the shower. If you do want to do that, then there's a place for it. It's called TikTok. So just run a TikTok channel, share your random thoughts there for a minute, and you're gonna grow big because these days people are only willing to give you a minute of their time to listen to you. The fact is, there are plenty of hobbies out there that you can do on your own time by yourself. If you do want to share your thoughts as a hobby, then you're better off sharing this on other platforms where your friends and families are on, such as Instagram. YouTube is just not the place where your family or friends are going to jump on to check on your profile. And that's because YouTube itself is a search engine and it's not a social media platform. So every content created on YouTube is heavily targeted towards a certain type of audience. And I dare say that if you are uploading videos to YouTube, you are going to seek some sort of validation from strangers. You are going to want a certain number of subscribers and views coming into your channel. And once you start tapping into those metrics, once you set yourself KPIs, YouTube is not a hobby anymore. Third point, going full-time on YouTube means working for yourself, understanding how YouTube works, understanding your audience, reading your analytics, and promoting your channel. Basically, you're on your own. No one is there to give you pity. No one is there to guide you. I always say this, but YouTube is like entrepreneurship. It is not a job. A job is where you head into the office, work 9 to 5, and then your employer pays you for your time. But on YouTube, however, creating content constantly, it doesn't guarantee you any payment. Creating more content doesn't mean it's going to earn you more money, because if that's the case, then I would definitely win, because no one can beat me in terms of content creation, no one can beat me in terms of speed, because I'm a speedster. YouTube is entrepreneurship because it gives you a mixed feeling of feeling tired, feeling burnt out, and feeling lost at the same time, and just don't know what else to do moving forward. All of this sense of frustration is the same feeling as running a business, and I have gone through this frustration myself before when I used to run 3 businesses. But even if you have these feelings, you know you can't give up, because you are trying to accomplish something that can potentially change your lifestyle. And it is going to be a very lonely journey, because you might be creating videos that you just do not enjoy, but you're creating it because you know that your viewers like to watch it. And if you're not willing to go through all of the things I just said, then you're not ready for YouTube, and you're better off staying in your full-time 9-to-5 job. And I say that not because I'm looking down on you, but because I think that time is our most precious commodity. And seeing people waste their time doing something they're not happy with, it just makes me sad. Now, of course, you can go full-time if you want to, and many people have done it successfully. If I have the chance, of course I want to go full-time, but it is a lot easier said than done. There are several things to consider, there are several things to think about first before diving right into it. Otherwise, instead of moving forward, you're going to be moving backwards in life, and you definitely don't want that. If you do plan on going full-time on YouTube because you are mentally prepared for it, or you have a very strong reason for doing so, then here's how I would approach it. I would first work out what stage in life I'm at and calculate the risk I am taking. This is a little hard to explain, so let me use myself as an example. I'm at the stage where I have my own family and I have 2 beautiful kids. So quitting my job for a chance to be successful on YouTube is simply too risky for me. I need money to put food on the table, I need money to pay for my mortgage, I need money for my kids' education. Some of you who are fathers yourself, I'm sure you understand what I just said there. Now, if I am still in my 20s where I have a stable job and all I do is just pay for my own living cost, then the approach I'm going to take for my YouTube channel is going to be different. I would use those extra time I have to create content on YouTube outside of work, meaning I will continue to work my full-time job to make a living, and I will also continue to create content on YouTube, essentially having 2 jobs. And I will only quit my full-time job if YouTube is able to pay me a substantial amount of money that is equivalent to how much I earn for my full-time job or more. And this amount of money from YouTube has to be consistently stable for at least 6 months. If you're at the stage, say, living with your parents where most of the troublesome stuff in life are taken care of, then I would spend all of my time just creating content on YouTube because you have nothing to lose. So there you go, work out what stage in life you are at, assess your risk, and then take it from there. The second thing I will work on is to understand what exactly do I want to get out of my YouTube channel. Most new YouTubers just don't know why they are running a YouTube channel. They are always just chasing the subscriber count or chasing the views without really having a clear direction. For me, I tend to work backwards whenever I want to achieve something. First, I set my goal, and then I figure out how I would go about achieving my goal, and then I will think about what can help me achieve my goal. So say monetization on YouTube. That's pretty much every single new YouTuber's first achievement. You will first need to figure out how are you going to go about getting your first 1,000 subscribers and your first 4,000 watch hours. The way I see it, to get more views and subscribers, I first need to create more high quality videos. To create a high quality video, I need to hit the record button and create my very first video. Of course, my first video is most likely going to tank, so I have to do it again and again in order to get better. And once I get better at creating content, my views will increase, and when my views increase, my subscribers will also increase. And because this process is so repetitive, you just naturally get better at it. You get better at planning, you get better at presenting in front of the video, and you also get better at video editing. So the way I see it is, the more I do it, the better I get, the quicker I can accomplish my goal. And once you get to that goal, that's when you set your next goal and start testing things out to try and master this new process. Now you might be asking, is this really worth all the trouble to become a full-time YouTuber? Well, that kind of depends on what you want to get out of YouTube, but for me, I think that it is worth it for sure. Creating content on YouTube isn't just about getting views or getting more subscribers or getting validation from strangers. Even if you keep creating content that doesn't do well, like my channel, you will still gain a lot of benefits out of it. For one, I find myself being able to speak better. I find myself learning how to communicate in many different ways in order to get my message out there. When I look at the very first video I created on my YouTube channel, which I thought I was doing superb, the video just makes me cringe now. Everything about it was bad, but producing content over and over again just improves my public speaking skills, just improves my presentation skills, and it is amazing because this is a transferable skill that you can use pretty much on anything in life. The other thing is that creating content on YouTube is completely different from what you think. I create mobile apps for the iPhone and Android, and one of the hardest thing about it is to create something unique and then having that fear of getting replaced because someone else out there just managed to create something much better. 1 minute you can have the best performing month, and then the next minute everything can be taken away from you. Basically, it is not very sustainable. Whereas on YouTube, if you manage to create one video that does extremely well, it can continue to do so for many months to come or even years sometimes. But the best part is when you manage to create that one video that does very well, you can easily follow that up with part 2 and then increase the views even further. And this is why I think it is worth running a YouTube channel. If you know what you want to get out of it, you will work hard, you will persist, you will improve, and you manage to get there, then basically you have just opened the door of opportunities with your bare hands. And that is when things will start changing for you, because getting there means you have made yourself an authority on YouTube, you have built your credibility, and you know, if you do decide to go full-time on YouTube, then that would be the best time to do so.